Now let's solve a few problems. Here in this arrangement we are given with a string which is fixed at one end. This is the fixed end, and on the other end there is a mass attached, and the mass was given a horizontal velocity u which is equals to square root of g into L. Now the question they have asked us that find the velocity of the particle when the tension in the string is equal to weight of the particle. Now while solving this problem we can observe that in this vertical plane there is downward force mg. So if we give some velocity to this particle, it is constrained to move in a circle in vertical plane, right? And we need to find the tension. So let's say this is the circle that the particle is supposed to cover, and we are analyzing the particle when it is in the vertical plane somewhere in the circle which is making an angle theta with its lowest position, right? From its lowest position the angle is theta. Now tension right here will be given by this equation, T minus mg cos theta equals to mv square by r, or in this case r equals to L. Hence let's put the values. So T value is given as mg. Putting the value we get mg minus mg cos theta equals to mv square by L, or mg taking common we get 1 minus cos theta equals to mv square by L. In this problem here we have theta and v, both are unknown. So we need another relation between theta and v to solve. Now fortunately we know another method. In vertical circular motion mostly we need tension and velocity, right? And tension equation we have already used. Why not use the velocity equation now? So if we use the velocity equation, we can use work energy theorem, or as a shortcut we can use the equation of motion u square minus v square equals to 2gh. So we can either use this one or use this one. Ultimately we'll end up with the same result. So if we use this one, half mu square minus half mv square equals to mgh, which gets a shorthand notation like u square minus v square equals to 2gh. So from this equation we get v square equals u square minus 2gh. This is the value of v square, and h is our, what is the value of h? See, this is the elevation h, and h value will be total value r, and this value right here will be r cos theta. So h will be r minus r cos theta. Okay, now we have this equation, right? Mg into 1 minus cos theta equal to mv square by L. So let's use that equation. Mg into 1 minus cos theta should be mv square by L. And what is the value of v square? See here, we have calculated the value of v square, right? So instead of v square we are using u square minus 2gh by L. Now let's solve the equation. From both sides we cancel the m part. Now the equation remains g into 1 minus cos theta equals to u square minus 2gh, and in place of h we use the radius L into 1 minus cos theta by L. Now we solve it. From both sides our g value will be cancelled, and by solving this equation we get this final form 1 minus cos theta equals to 2 cos theta minus 1, or 2 equals to 3 cos theta, and theta equals to cos inverse 2 by 3. This is the value of theta we get. Now we can use this value of cos theta in the equation of t, or simply we can use it in the equation of velocity also. So according to our relation, v square equals to u square minus 2gh, or u square minus 2g. In place of h we can use L into 1 minus cos theta. So now putting the value of cos theta, which is equals to 2 by 3, here we get gl minus 2gl into 1 minus 2 by 3, and hence this results in gl by 3, which is equal to v square. So v equals to root over of gl by 3. This is our answer that we get solving the equation. Now let's go to another problem. In this problem we have a hemispherical bowl, and on this hemispherical bowl there is a particle on the top of it, and it is given a gentle push. According to the question, given a gentle push, at what angle with the vertical the mass loses contact with the hemisphere, and we are assuming the frictionless surface here. Even though it is not mentioned, let's assume the frictionless surface here. So in this frictionless surface we are giving a very gentle push. It's like almost velocity is almost zero, but it just starts sliding. And in practically also, if we can imagine, we have seen that some particles will slide and at some point they will leave the circle. they will not come getting attached to the circle all through the path. They will not come to the horizontal position entirely being attached to the hemisphere, right? At some point they will lose contact and they will fall like this. So we need that point where they will lose contact. That has been asked to us. So first and foremost thing that we need to know, that if a particle loses contact with the bowl, that means it will get the normal will be 0. In that case the normal will be 0, so it will get detached, right? So normal will be 0. Now at any random point we can write the equation, that in this equation, see here, there will be downward mg, and in this direction we will have mg cos theta value, and in this direction mg sin theta, but here we won't need mg sin theta, and there will be normal reaction here. So as long as the particle is in circular motion, we can write this is the equation of motion of the particle. Mg cos theta minus n provides necessary centripetal force. See, mg cos theta is towards the center, so necessary centripetal force must be towards the center, right? So mg cos theta towards center and n outwards, radially outwards. The together, the net value of them provides the necessary centripetal force. Now when theta loses at the angle, when the particle loses contact at that point, right at that point, normal will be our 0. So for that, for particularly that point, we get mg cos theta equals mv square by r, right? So now if we analyze, talk about these 2 points, the elevation, the particle has dropped by a distance of h. So again we can use directly energy conservation, half mv square equals to mgh, or equation of motion. So here, as we gave just a slight push, we can assume the initial velocity here was 0 and it has passed through an elevation of h. So using our shortcut, which was u square minus v square equals to 2gh, using that one we can find the velocity at this elevation where it will lose the contact. It will be root over of 2gh. Okay, so putting those values, v equal to root over of 2gh, where h value, again h value, see, whole radius is r and this angle is theta. So in this case this height will be r cos theta. So the elevation which has the particle dropped, h, it should be r into 1 minus cos theta. That value we will put here instead of h. So we get this is the value of v. Now in this equation, if we use those values, we get mg cos theta equals to mv square by r, and instead of v square we get 2gr into 1 minus cos theta by r. So m from both side got cancelled, g from both side got cancelled, and here in numerator and denominator r got cancelled. So we get cos theta equals to 2 into 1 minus cos theta, and solving this we get theta equals to cos inverse 2 by 3, which is our required answer. Next, let's see the last problem that we are going to discuss in this video. So in this video, again we are given with an arrangement where the particle is supposed to cover one vertical circular motion, but the question here is, what must be the value of u so that the particle leaves the circle? It doesn't complete the circle, rather it leaves the circle. So it continues to be in the circle up to this point p, and at point p it leaves the circle. So we know, according to our theories, it will cover a parabolic path from here p onwards, and the point p, how it is present on the circle, and its position is 60 degree with the upper vertical. From the vertical line here, it is angle is 60 degree, its angular position. Now to solve this problem, again, as it is leaving the contact at that point, that means for leaving the contact, our condition is tension must be equals to 0. So at this point, if I draw the free body diagram, we get a downward force mg. Let's say this angle is theta, so this direction I will get mg cos theta, and also tension is t. So our equation becomes mg cos theta plus t equals to mv square by r. This is the equation. And if we want to relate the velocity here, which is u, and velocity here, which is v, if we want to relate these two velocity, we use this equation, half mu square minus half mv square equals to mgh, where in this case this is the elevation, which is equals to this r and this value, which is r cos theta. As this is r, this is theta, so this value will be r cos theta. So our elevation h will be r into 1 minus cos theta. From this equation we get u square equals to v square plus 2gr into 1 plus cos theta. Now in our original equation, if the t value becomes 0, putting t equals to 0, we now have v square equals to rg cos theta. This here got cancelled, so v square equals to rg cos theta, and in this problem theta value is 60 degree, so we get cos 60 is 1 by 2, so rg by 2, v square equals to rg by 2. Putting these values in this equation, u square equals to v square minus 2gr into 1 minus cos theta, where v square equals to rg by 2, so rg by 2 plus 2gr into cos theta, again 60 degree. If we put that value, we get rg into 1 by 2 plus 2 into 2 by 3, or finally u square equals to 3.5 rg, 7 by 2 rg or 3.5 rg. From here we get the value of u as root over of 3.5 rg. So these are some problems that we used. I hope this is clear for you. If any suggestion, kindly leave it as a comment.